So earlier today, LeBron James slammed Fox News' Laura Ingraham for her hypocrisy when it comes to athletes and talking politics and talking issues beyond their sport. For those who don't know, Laura Ingraham in 2018 basically told LeBron James to shut up and dribble, yet Drew Brees, when he suggested that it was disrespectful to kneel in front of the American flag, was praised by Laura Ingraham for speaking his mind as an individual. I'm going to play you those two clips back to back.
It's always unwise to seek political advice from someone who gets paid $100 million a year to bounce a ball. Oh, and LeBron and Kevin, you're great players, but no one voted for you. Millions elected Trump to be their coach. So keep the political commentary to yourself, or as someone once said, shut up and dribble.
Well, he's allowed to have his view about what kneeling and the flag means to him. I mean, he's a person. He has some worth, I would imagine. I mean, this is beyond football, though. This is totalitarian conduct. This is Stalinist. And by the way, on the streets of New Orleans, we're looking at live pictures. They're shouting, F Drew Brees.
Wow.
That's what this moment has done to the beautiful team spirit of the New Orleans Saints.
He's a great Christian man.
So you can see it's clear as day in those two clips. The one from 2018 where Laura Ingraham basically says that LeBron James, KD, other athletes in basketball that get paid a lot of money should just shut up and bounce the ball. They make a lot of money to entertain us, and that's all they should do. And it's undeniable that there's two things going on there. First, Donald Trump is being criticized. Right-wingers are being criticized. And that's a no-no on Fox News. But the bigger thing here is undeniably race. These are overwhelmingly black athletes, and they're daring to do something else other than entertain white fans. Those white fans don't want to be bothered by the reality that LeBron James, other athletes are people. People with ideas, people with hopes and dreams and opinions that might actually be different than theirs. And these black athletes in particular make so much money to bounce a ball or to just dribble, and they need to realize they're lucky and just be quiet about everything else. Just keep entertaining white America, and so we can ignore that you're a person. It is clear as day, and it happens to other black athletes like Colin Kaepernick with the, just throw the football, just catch the football type directives launched at black football players whenever they take political stands. And in the second part of that clip, you have it clear as day, Laura Ingraham and her co-host defend Drew Brees. Drew Brees has apologized for his remarks, where he basically said that kneeling before the flag was disrespectful, and what he was doing in essence was comparing the George Floyd protests to being disrespectful to the flag and the veterans and to the United States. And he realized that that was not an appropriate analogy to make. That the people protesting in most cases do love America, but simply want the United States and the flag that represents it to live up to the values it supposedly has. That's what they're protesting for, out of a love of a country and wanting it to do better. But the point is, Drew Brees gets his individuality. Drew Brees gets to speak his mind. Drew Brees isn't told to shut up and throw. He isn't just told to go score some touchdowns. He's told, speak your mind, Drew. You're a person. And you can even hear them say he's a good Christian man, basically trying to imply that he is just and virtuous and moral, an individual person who is trying to avoid being silenced by the left-wing PC, silencers, trying to censor him for daring to love his country. And you can hear the discourse. The implication being that people like LeBron James and other black athletes aren't good Christians as well, that sort of discourse is made. Only white athletes can be good Christian men. Black athletes just need to shut up and dribble. We don't care about their personal lives if they're doing anything else but shutting up and dribbling. That's what we saw in these clips. Clear as day. And so LeBron was not alone in noticing it, but he was very powerful in responding to Laura Ingraham's hypocrisy. He says, if you still haven't figured out why the protesting is going on, why we're acting as we are, is because we are simply effing tired of this treatment right here. Can we break it down for you any simpler than this right here? And to my people, don't worry, I won't stop until I see. Perfectly put by LeBron James. Right to the point. This short 1 minute or so clip, the combination of the two clips, illustrates how people in mainstream media, especially in places like Fox News, don't actually want athletes to be silent if those athletes are white and or are supporting their political mission. If those athletes are praising the troops or praising the flag or saying that America is great or that Donald Trump is in the process of making America great again, then those athletes can speak. And if you dare criticize them, not even silence them, just criticize them, you're bringing back the Soviet Union censorship, model. Whereas again, with black athletes who dare have opinions that differ from Fox News and the right-wingers and the conservatives, then they're told to shut up and dribble and hide away any viewpoints that would dare inconvenience them. This is what we talk about when we talk about white privilege and when we talk about inequality. This is exhibit A of that. It epitomizes that. Laura Ingraham is just one example of this, about how athletes who are racialized and who take stands that are unpopular with the rich and wealthy and well-connected, they are told to be quiet. If you have political views that are convenient, shout them from the rooftops. We see through this now. LeBron sees through this now. And athletes should not hide away their politics just so that rich white millionaires don't have to feel a little bit of discomfort.